another edition of Living in Shelby Township. I'm your host, Kelly Kasuda, and today we're here at Shelby Lanes with Vicky, and this place is a staple, isn't it?
For Shelby Township it is.
Yeah. How long has this been around?
50 plus years.
Wow.
50 plus years.
Now, and it has evolved. I mean, there are so many people here on, what is tonight, a Thursday night?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have our men's league here tonight, and people just open bowling.
Yeah. Now, these leagues, you were telling me some are fun.
Yep.
And some are intense. Tell me first about some of the fun ones. What are those like?
Our women bowling with wine.
Love it.
So every team gets a bottle of wine, and it's 9-pin, no tap. So 9 pins is a strike, and it's just women wanting to have fun. We have the same thing for mixed. It's pizza, beer, and pins. That team gets a pizza and a pitcher of beer.
Love
and
it.
It's also 9-pin, no tap.
And it's a little bit more fun. Now wait,
Oh, yeah.
What does 9-pin no tap mean?
9 pins is a strike.
Oh.
That's a good thing.
Learn something new every day, people.
That's a good thing.
And no tap?
Means 9-pin, no tap. Means you get 9 pins down, and the score will mark you a strike.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've never actually ever gotten a strike, I don't think, before in my life. Is there a little technique
You
that's...
have to be really good. I'm a 9-pin no tapper.
Of course she is. What's your best score that you've ever had?
247.
Mine has definitely been under 100 most times. So never mind. Let's get back to what happens here at the alley. So what other things happen here?
We do fundraisers for Relay for Life, or a family member that has cancer, or the sports, the high school baseball and hockey and football and band and the bowling teams. We do their fundraisers. We have kids leagues that bowl on Saturday morning. We have a kids program that runs all summer. Kids can come in and bowl 2 games free every day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the best thing since night baseball.
Yeah.
That's way cool. Kids bowl free. Yeah.
I love that.
We have mixed leagues. We have senior leagues, from time they're walking, because we have ramps that the little ones can use for bowling.
Right.
Until we have handicapped people in wheelchairs that bowl.
Wow. And even if you're into like the really intense bowling, I mean, there's a league going on right now that is intense. They're practicing their like tosses,
Yeah.
I guess is what you would call it.
Their throws.
Yeah, their throws. So even some leagues are really professional and serious too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I love that. Now, if anybody needs to know what's going on in the leagues, what's being offered, where can they go? Do they just come in? Is there a place that they can find out more information?
They can go on our website, shelbylanes.net, or they can give us a call. Or I'm always here, around, or available. My cell phone's attached to my hip. Just ask for Vicky. Everybody knows who I am.
Yeah.
And we can let them know what's going on. Any night of the week, any day of the year.
Yeah, I love that. Or just come in and bowl and find out more information that way.
Yeah, and a lot of people will do that. Or they'll come in and try out the snack bar. What's good at the snack bar? Or try out a drink at the bar,
What is good at the snack bar?
Best darn chips.
Really?
They are really good.
And what's the best drink? A nice cold beer?
Probably one of the drafts. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to go have some fun. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
How do you like your chili? Maybe with jalapenos, cheese, a little sour cream? Well, however you like it. The American Disabled Veterans had their 19th annual chili cook-off. Let's dig into a piping hot bowl with Kyle Worsbach.
I'm here at the 19th annual chili cook-off here at the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 129, where the community came out to test various chilies, but also to support local veterans.
The proceeds are used to help a variety of disabled American veterans in our community, homeless veterans, veterans that may need help, with paying utility bills, veterans certainly primarily that are having difficulty filing claims with the Veterans Administration. Most of these veterans that file their claims with the VA after they're discharged from the military, they'll get rejected out of hand. And that's really too bad. So once they find their way to DAV, the VA's demeanor noticeably changes when they find out that we're representing them with our national service officers.
The DAV is a saving grace for countless disabled veterans, and Randolph knows that firsthand.
I was rejected out of hand back in, when I get out of the military, and most of the military men and women that get out, they think they're invincible. Hey man, I'm gonna lick the world, and all this. I had a heart attack, out of the clear blue, and this is a guy that thought he was never gonna die. So fortunately, because of the healthcare professionals that were caring for me, got it, hammered down. The VA, finally approved my disability for that. And fortunately, I'm one of the walking wounded, so that's the reason why I wanted to give back. When DAV steps in to help me out and get my rightful benefits, the least I can do is help other veterans do the same.
Now I'm getting a little hungry, so without further ado, let's eat some chili.
I'm here with Shelby Township trustee John Vermeulen, and John, obviously this event's all about supporting disabled veterans. What made you want to come out to this event here today?
Well, I myself am a veteran. I'm the only veteran on Shelby's board. Doug asked me to come on out and represent him today. I'm a community relations director for the south side of 26. So I just did that, and I made the chili, which is mule deer chili. I think it's exceptionally good. It took me over 6 hours to cook it. There's probably close to 20 pounds of tomatoes in there, 5 large onions, chili, seasoning, and all the good stuff.
What makes a good chili in your opinion?
It's kind of like shoes. Everyone has their preferences, and I mean, to me, it's like I like mild flavor. I like a little bit of chewy stuff. I mean, to me, that's all what it's about. And you know what? The mule deer that I made this chili with 5 pounds of, it was about 70 miles as a crow flies from where my ancestors pioneered out in Wyoming. And that's why we call it Wozniak's Western Pioneer Chili.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
That's really good. It's not too spicy at all. It's like the perfect amount of spice for me, so job well done. I'm here with Officer O'Neill from the Shelby Township Police Department.
Hello.
And first of all, this event's all about disabled veterans, supporting them. Why was it important for you guys to come out here today?
It's very important. We have a very supportive chief who wants us out here in the community. We like to be out here in the community. We have many people in our department that are veterans themselves in the military, so it's always good to come here and give back to the veterans who served our country.
And I know you're not the maker of this chili, but what kind of chili are we eating today?
I am told it is called Consequences and Repercussions. And for heatness, it's a 6.5 on a 10 scale.
Well, I'm gonna have a taste here. It's nice and chunky, right amount of spice. I like it a lot. Well done. I'm here with Jerry Miller. He's got a chicken chili for us today. Jerry, what's in this chili?
Well, it's chicken breast. There's cumin, some good spice mixes. There's some mild green peppers. There's organic chicken stock. And there's some white cannelloni beans and some white Great Northern beans. And that's about it. It's pretty simple. It's very delicious.
It's one of the most unique chilies I've ever had, honestly.
Very good.
Isn't that good?
Yeah. Thanks to the DAV for putting on this event, and be sure to come out to the 20th annual Chili Cook-Off next year. For a living, I'm Kyle Worzebach.
I try to keep up with what these young people is doing and knowing.
I was at work and I just got a text from a number that I didn't know.
I sent him a text. He texts me back and say, "Who dis?" And I just thought that was the funniest thing.
The next few weeks, you just made fun of me, like would answer the door and say, "Who dis?"
Who dis?
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch.
Are you interested in taking care of a reptile or amphibian at home, but not sure how to take care of them? Why not adopt one at our Burgess Shadbush Nature Center? One-year adoptions are $25 for a small animal and $50 for a large animal. You'll get an adoption certificate, and the adoption fee will help cover vet care and expenses for your animal. You're encouraged to come in regularly to take care of your animal. For more information, you can call the Burgess Shadbush Nature Center at 586-323-2478 or contact them at naturecenter@shelbytwp.org. You can visit the Nature Center yourself at 4101 Riverbends Drive, off of the Ryan Road entrance of Riverbends Park.
The first week of every month, the Senior Center goes mobile, traveling to all different historic and interesting venues to get a little bit of culture and a stomach full of good food. Let's take a look at the Lunch Bunch, exploring Metro Detroit.
Tradition that spans over 9 years. The Lunch Bunch is a monthly senior event that takes Shelby Township seniors to historical landmarks around the metropolitan Detroit area. But what makes this bunch so special?
Oh, the people. People, friendliness at Shelby, and lunch. And the nice events that we see. Masonic Temple was very impressive because it had been years and years and years since I'd been there. Very, very nice. And the Opera House and Guardian Building and Fisher Building and Belle Isle. Just all over Detroit, or as they say in the D.
The Troy Historical Village is a collection of 19th and early 20th century buildings and artifacts. Some of the places to explore are the general store, blacksmith shop, and even a church.
We've been here for many, many years, but it's been kind of a work in progress over the years. We've added, one building at a time here and there, 2 buildings at a time once. But really, we're Troy's best kept secret. It's been just it's kind of chipping away at it a little bit at a time, and nobody quite noticed when we showed up, I think. But it's been really since the late 60s, I think, is when things really started showing up here. The building that we're in right now was built back in 1927 as the original township and then later city offices for Troy. So some of these buildings have been here much longer than even the rest of them.
I liked it very much, and I think it was very, very interesting, especially all those buildings with what we saw, and the church, for one thing, I liked because all those beautiful, beautiful stained glass windows. I mean, I think it was, and for me, it was very educational. I really, really liked it very much.
I think this is nicer for kids in smaller groups too than going to Greenfield Village when you're going through the whole big thing. This still gives you enough education on how they lived.
And the village is all about education and teaching the history of this Metro Detroit community.
I just love people's faces lighting up when they hear some really neat little thing about history that they just had never even thought about before. Today, we had some senior groups through here, which was wonderful, and just them getting to experience these neat kind of historical moments and experiences are so neat. What I like with the older groups too, though, is that there's a lot of things that they can go, oh yeah, no, I had one of these when I was growing up, or my grandmother had this, or some of those kinds of things are really neat connections that they can make. So I think everyone always seeks that connection that they're familiar with, that thing that they can latch onto. And kids have just their little batch of experiences, and adults have a different little batch of experiences that they tend to relate to.
And afterwards, the seniors were treated to a delicious Italian meal at Picano's Italian Grill in Troy. And if you haven't been down to the Senior Center, here's a great reason to come on down.
Just that I'm thankful that the Shelby Center is here and the bus service. The staff is outstanding, and people that are sitting at home should get off their duff and get here because it's well worth it.
Living in Shelby Township, I'm Andrew Shelsky.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool.
To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
We've all heard the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. But what if you could turn that trash into treasure? That's just what the Shelby Township Library does with Maker Monday. You take junk and turn it into something fantastic. Our Tyler Smith checked it out, but while he was there, he was in such a building mood that he also checked out Lego Day.
Spring break. Remember that week of fun of hanging out with your friends and making new ones? But what if you can't go anywhere? Or choose to stay home? That's where the library has you covered. From making art with supplies to story time and building whatever you can imagine. To start off this year's spring break at the library is the Maker Monday event, where you can bring your beginner crafters and artists, or what level you're at, to design, craft, and draw their creations. Continuing to the middle of the week is the interactive story time with storyteller musician Janelle Picor, where kids can dance, jump, and launch into reading. Finishing the week, Jennifer Sunderhouse tells us all about Lego Day.
So all week we offered some drop-in events. With Maker Monday we did drop-in crafts. On Wednesday we had a storyteller come, and today we're closing spring break with a Lego Day, which is all ages, drop in, grab a seat and play, make something, make new friends, and it's fun for everybody.
Now, if you're bummed about not being able to partake this year, don't worry. You can check the community calendar for library events and other events in the Shelby area. Just remember, summer's coming up, so there's more events that you can do at the library and in the Shelby area.
That's it for this edition of Living in Shelby Township here at Shelby Lanes. Now we'll leave you with Easter scenes from around Shelby. While you take a look at those, I'm gonna go work on my 9-pin no-tap.
2 hours later. One eternity later.